and welcome to today's edition of the Good Morning Soapstone. Could you all please welcome your hosts, Trainer Cal and Sterminator?
All right. If there's trees.
Well, hello there.
We're taking over the show. Thank you, Alma. Appreciate you as always. Hey guys, how is everyone doing?
We were asked to walk you out of the building.
Yeah, Lolly's been fired from the show. It's okay because we still love her.
You got the tie wrap. You got the tie wrap.
That's 2 weeks in a row though.
And you know what?
Easy way.
And you know what? You want to know what? I also know that when you guys say we love you, Lolly, that's code for bless her heart. I know that now. And if you're not from the South, you don't know that that's condescending. You already knew it was condescending.
So sweet.
She is so sweet, right? She's like a little chocolate button.
Chocolate bunny rabbit
And Lolly
from last
D, of
week,
course.
melting in my pocket.
Alfredo.
I am so abused here. You know, I keep saying I want to make a complaint to Human Resources, but he's Human Resources. I don't have any place to go. Where's Gloria Allred? I need Gloria Allred. Do you know who that is? You don't even know who that is.
Just join.
She's a man-hating attorney. All I can say to all these women that anyway, that's a whole thing. So everybody, welcome to Good Morning Soapstone. We're so happy you guys are here. We're always happy you guys are here. And there's so many of the regular group that's here now. So thank you guys for being here and supporting the Soapstone and supporting Cal and me. We really appreciate you guys very much. How was your Easter, buddy? Was it good?
I'm so full. It's just chocolate every day. I said to my wife, I say, what snacks are in the cupboard? She's like, we don't have snacks. You've got Easter eggs. And I'm now forced to eat chocolate. That's it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I know. It's
midnight
you know, the tradition that totally just ruins our diet, right? I was all on track. And,
it does.
And then besides that, it was my husband's birthday and my daughter made this tiramisu cake that was to die for. So we've been eating chocolate and tiramisu and then cupcakes and then chocolate and then tiramisu.
Be clever because the Easter eggs they can come in half, right? Just put your salad in the chocolate.
Is that it?
And then
if you have a salad with it, it doesn't count, right?
Well, you can put the salad in there, then take it out. You take the salad out, then eat the egg.
Is that how it works?
Kind of had salad.
Does that work in your diet plan?
I'll tell you what, I've tried it 0 times and I don't know. So what I can tell you, it's not a complete failure because.
Well, there's that. Okay, well, we'll have to talk about our plan to get into shape later, but not now. I don't want to talk about it now.
There is something that I've implemented a game over in my world where it's arm wrestling. And you have to use your fingers. And do you know what? The amount of people I'm hearing saying, this is making me sweat. I'm growing muscles in my thumb.
Okay. Thumb muscles?
So many complaints. And I don't know if he's here. Where is he? Where is... he might have done a runner. I know MetaVoice is a winner. I know MetaVoice is definitely one.
Okay.
And MetaVoice can back me up here. It hurts, right?
Speaking of MetaVoice, hey, can you join us?
Round 2, it about knocked me out.
Can you join us up here for a minute, MetaVoice? We wanted to talk to you for just a minute. MetaVoice, how are you, buddy?
Hello, hi.
It's good to see you.
This couch is very comfortable. Normally I'm sitting where you are. This is actually a really comfortable couch.
We can arrange a change for that if you like, Lolly.
Oh, yeah, because apparently I've been fired, but
you have, but we're just too. Bless her heart.
Yep, there you go.
Bless her heart.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'll get even with you too.
But yeah, the thumb thing, it is amazing. I love that game. I'm a burn trauma victim, so my hands, I have to exercise them because I have to stretch the scars and everything like that. So doing that it makes me have to use my thumbs and fingers. And sorry, thank you. I wanted to back you up. I retired too. I figured I'd retire while I was ahead.
All-time one-time champion.
One-time champion.
100% record. I like it.
It's full. Sorry.
It's full.
It is full. It's full of
yeah, me trying to not accept a voice party thing means I'm going to accept the voice party thing. So I just had someone tell me, I can't get into your show. I said, I'm sorry. It must be full. So anyway. Sorry, guys.
No,
so,
we got some exciting news
MetaVoice,
there, haven't we?
Yeah. We do.
Yes.
We have some very exciting news starting. Well, it actually will start next week. We still have one more test, but tell them what's coming next week.
Well, if you've been following along on my Instagram at MetaVoice VR, some of you have already known I do the MetaVoice Variety Hour, not MetaVoice Variety, sorry, the Meta Variety Hour. In which we do a 30-minute talk show like this, but the guests are all of you, the audience. Whatever you got going on, we're going to showcase that for the 30 minutes. And the other 30 minutes is to be able to spend time to show those that might not know about the events we have at Soapstone. And that's why it's a variety, because we'll have karaoke. We'll have, as a karaoke as we can. We'll have trivia. We'll have, campfire songs, whatever, to promote the other events we have here that others might not know about or would like to taste of, and then get addicted to. You know what I mean? So it's all about promoting all of you and all of us.
That's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's getting, I know it's been in test mode for 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks now, and it's been killing it. You've been doing great.
Mhm.
Yes, that's awesome. Yeah, just so you guys know, MetaVoice has been a producer here for quite a while. And when someone, in order to have a show at the Soapstone, you do have to be on our team. So he went through the whole process to become a producer. Has been working at that for quite a while. Then we came up with this idea to develop the show, worked at that for quite a while. So it doesn't happen in 5 minutes. And then, you got to make it through all that. And then Aaron's got to bless it. And then you get on the board. So congrats, because that's some hurdles you got through to get there. So congratulations. Yeah.
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And I thank you so much, Lolly, for all of your support that you have given me. And, not a lot of people know, but I was a complete nobody until Lolly found me. Lolly found me actually just going to random stages and telling people to like, save, and share. And she goes, you know what? Come on over to the Soapstone. I got something for you. And we started working together. And she started teaching me the importance of PR, the importance of how I establish myself here. I'm telling you, Lolly is one of the biggest inspirations to how MetaVoice became who he is. So thank you so much to that, Lolly.
Oh, really thanks, MetaVoice. But I'll tell you, it's all your hard work. I mean, so many people try it. They come in, and the people that are on our team are very aware of what they had to go through. But, we want the cream of the crop in here. We want people that are going to be, carrying on Aaron's vision. And so it's important to all of us to do that. And you're doing it. You're killing it out there. You're working hard. And so we appreciate you very much. So looking forward to that show. I'm going to get there tomorrow. I'm going to try. I got to work on Thursdays in real life, but trying hard to get there. So looking forward to it. Congrats.
Thank you both.
Thank you very much,
appreciate you. Just remind everyone it's Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 6 p.m. British Standard Time. Okay? Meta Variety Show.
All right. Thank you, MetaVoice.
you.
Appreciate you. Well, we are excited for today's show. We have 2 of our favorite people coming into the stage right now. So will you welcome up Meta Coach and Burdenofproof? They are going to catch us up on what these 2 fine gentlemen, very well respected in the metaverse, have been up to lately. Come on up, guys. Can they get on? They can hop on, right, guys? There we go.
They can.
Hey, all right. Welcome, both of you.
What up, TC?
How's it going, man? How's it going, man?
Right. So excited to see you guys. I'm curious, before we even get going here, are there people standing out there? Because why are people not able to get in? Do we have people out there? Is that what's going on? Or I'm getting these messages.
Is out there at the moment.
No, he's right here. So maybe, Aaron, are we having trouble getting people in? Because for some reason I'm getting messages from people.
If you're getting messages that say they're not able to get in, that's probably correct.
Yeah, I don't see 20.
There's nothing. I mean, unless somebody has somebody blocked.
Oh, your legs.
Okay. So we're good.
We're definitely below capacity.
That's weird. Okay, well, I apologize for that, guys. Hopefully they'll find their way in. Who knows why? Maybe we got coins out there or something. I don't know.
Can I
But
just watch from here?
That is creepy. Wow, that is creepy.
It is creepy when Aaron does it.
Yeah.
It is. It's like an excited child, or a puppy. Like, pick me.
All right. Well, welcome.
Behave, sir.
Welcome, guys.
Bottom bar.
Thank you.
For those of you who don't know these two, Burden's been around for 100 years. He's got his podcast, and now he's got his bachelor pad that everybody's hanging out with out there in the mornings.
Such a cool
I'd say
pad,
everybody's
such a
out
cool
there.
pad.
Right?
It
You go
is.
in there, I feel like I'm entering Hugh Hefner's place. He's over there in the corner. There's all these
Such a
people
vibe.
hanging out.
It's such
Right?
a vibe. You go in
It
and you
is.
want to stay. Like, Burden's a
know.
cool guy anyway, but Burden's friends are even cooler. No offense.
I appreciate that. Appreciate
No kidding, no
that.
kidding. All the
Cool guy,
celebrities are in
cool
there. It's
friends.
like, wow, look who's in here. Sadie
chill.
Chen. Right?
Chill, don't you? But then you look at things that pique your interest. As a car, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go see the car. And then you
Oh
turn
my
around and there's a hot
gosh.
tub. You want to go in the hot tub? It's brilliant.
Yes, it is. It's great. And Meta Coach, he came from Alt Space, right?
Space,
Where he was
yes.
very, very successful. Made a huge splash here. I mean, we all know who he is. He's hardly bare. How long have you been in this space that we all know who you are already?
Since the first of the year.
Okay, so
Well,
a couple
actually,
months.
Actually, I came over right when Altspace closed.
Okay.
So I came over then. So, and
A
I
month
was actually
ago,
operating
really?
just a little bit before then.
Yeah,
But my full immersion came when Altspace closed.
yeah. Well, definitely knew who you were right out the gate. So we're glad you're here too. Well, these two have
Definitely.
partnered up on a project that we're super excited to hear about. So why don't I'm sure you two have your way of presenting it. So please, gentlemen, go ahead.
Okay. Well, we have actually 3 initiatives that we are working. And the one that first one that we want to talk about that we're really excited about is Memorial Day is coming up, and we're working to pull the veteran community together to showcase veterans who are actually world builders and doing things in the metaverse. And so we want to do a Memorial Day tribute here in Horizon World, where we have a kickoff. We're going to kick it off in Burden's world, his world that has all of the services represented. Is the you want to tell them the name of it, Burden?
Military minded.
Service minded.
Yep.
So we want to kick it off there and have kind of like an opening ceremony like we used to do in the military, and hopefully have a speaker lined up just to kind of kick us off and talk about the significance of Memorial Day. And then the goal is to actually throughout the day have veterans who have their worlds kind of showcase what they're doing, but also some type of tribute toward Memorial Day. So we want to showcase the veterans and their worlds is what we're trying to do right now. And I don't know if it's ever been done in Horizon World where they've just had an actual Memorial Day celebration in the metaverse. Does anybody know whether there's been one or not?
I don't know. Aaron might know. Do we lose Aaron? I don't know.
I don't think there has been.
Oh, he's
There's
up there.
been-
Have we had one of those, Aaron? A Memorial Day celebration?
I don't
He's
think
like, you can't
directly
hear me from
Meta,
up here.
is
I
there?
gotta come
don't-
back.
Not directly from the big dogs up the top, but I think there's been little parties thrown by creators like yourselves. It's definitely been.
Yeah. Have you seen
Yeah,
any
yeah.
in the previous years? We've only been around for 2 Memorial Days, so right there's that too.
Yeah. I've seen a couple places that do that, but there's definitely room. I think that's that's something that people will appreciate for sure.
Oh, definitely, most definitely. That sounds great. Yeah.
And one of the things that we'd like to do is actually kind of educate people and enlighten people to the significance of what Memorial Day is about, because the average person thinks it's barbecue and picnics and a day off from work. And so just to take it and kind of highlight that. So, Burden, you have any other thoughts on that?
Oh no, you explained it perfectly in regards to what we're trying to create within this space. Just a more relevance, if you will, and more attention and more notoriety to the military sector and to the military vets within this platform, because I think they don't get enough attention for what they do and the sacrifices that they make. So we are trying our best as veterans to push the narrative to try to create better visibility on the military sector within this space, because they utilize it as well.
Agreed.
That's great.
yeah. And it's
Yeah,
such an important place for veterans to come in here. I see more veterans in here like than I would on the streets. It's crazy. It's like they found
Yes.
home in here. Why is that? Why do you think veterans are attracted to Horizon Worlds?
You want to answer that? I know I can.
Yeah, well, we can both chop it up there. I think one of the things is that they're finding community There are activities that are taking place in here, so they're finding friendships, they're finding common conversations because when you are a military veteran, you learn to compartmentalize so much of your life, and you find it hard to articulate that to somebody who's not related to that. And so when you find another veteran,
Mm.
it's like, oh, this person gets me. And I think that's one of the unique things about Horizon World when you have a veteran community come together like that.
Right.
Amazing. Amazing. And
It's
you,
the
Burden?
sense of being wanted by something that allures a military service member, if you will, to something like this. Only a certain there's going to be a certain type of person that gravitates to this Horizon World thing, and I think veterans um are going to be a large number because they're looking for something out to attach themselves to. Like I said before,
Ask if you get
don't
free
have
Burger
any
King.
idea what some of these people, what their transition process was from the service into a civilian world and things like that. So to come into a space where you don't have to disguise who you are, or certain things aren't looked at as being bad or things like that, when you're accepted in a certain manner or who you are as a person, I mean, it's easy to understand why service members would gravitate to this platform and things like that. And again, we're just trying to create a lane for them to let them know, okay, yes, you're here, we got you. This is what we have for you guys and at your disposal. You got any questions? Feel free, and we can go from there. I think it makes the transition process a lot better for
Yeah.
service members. Definitely.
Yeah, I've known a few that have come back from battle, and it. I mean, I don't know how. I don't think I could transition back. I think it would forever change me, and so I really am. I admire people that we talked. Meta Coach and I've talked before about when you have this military mindset and you're in somewhere and you realize this is where you're at, this is what you're dealing with, and this is a very dramatic, life changing event, but it's going to have an end date. And so therefore you're able to handle it. That was a conversation you and I had. You said, and you go on to the next thing, and you've carried that into real life with you. Some people can't leave something and just let it go. I'm one of those people. I mean, when I leave a job, I'm not kidding you. The everything haunts me. I miss the people. I miss my everyday stuff. Everything about it bothers me for a long time. So I can't even imagine when you've gone through someone being shot or, your buddy getting, forever maimed or something. That's just got to be so horrific. And so to provide them the camaraderie, the space to you get me, what I've been through is so great. I mean, you guys are really doing something here. It's really amazing. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. So what about your next thing, your group?
Okay. Honor amongst men.
So Honor Amongst Men was again something that I initially created just because, like I said before, I keep my ear to the streets, if you will. Like I listen to people, I listen to conversations and things like that, and paying attention to certain conversation and just watching the toxicity that has been created within this space that no one wants to talk about and unpack in certain settings. I try to create a space for us as men to come together and love on each other, be open and vulnerable with each other, to one, be accountable for, hey, well, I'm not perfect, what I'm saying? And two, I do need help. And there's so many traumas and things like that, past trauma that people are trying to unpack. But because of the economic demand, it's real hard to have those times and those moments. So within this metaverse and being amongst, like-minded people, I said, you know what? Let me try to create this situation so if we can all come together and have some type of camaraderie. And then Meta Coach came popping in somewhere. So, and I thought, personally speaking, I like authenticity, and I never want to be fake in what I'm doing. Not to say that I was fake in creating a situation, but I know that I'm not the series matters expert. A lot of the situation that I'm speaking of is based generally from my own perspective and my own opinion. So Meta Coach is a for real life behavioral life coach. So I told myself, well, self, this man should be the lead of this because he has the profession. And again, I want this to be as authentic as possible, and I want everybody to get this information, and I want it to be something that grows into something even bigger. So I talked to him, and I was like, you would be perfect for this, to lead this, these sessions and things like that. What do you think about it? And he was more than willing to assist me. And I want to just emphasize this again. And I'm gonna continue to do it, whether it's an Instagram post or not. It's invaluable to have this man within this space. Like,
It is.
the
I agree.
information that he has within himself, he can charge anywhere between $200 and $400 an hour easily. And we have the luxury to have someone like that within this space.
Yes.
For you not to take advantage of that is ridiculous, because once you break down what he's able to do, everyone needs it, especially us as men. He's able to break down behaviors and look at them in a structured setting and say, okay, if you adjust this, you may have more success here. I don't know what else you want, you know?
Right.
So I asked him to spearhead this Honor Amongst Men thing, and slowly but surely it's creating the traction it needs. And
look what you've done. You've done what Aaron preaches to all of us all the time, which is he doesn't say don't hog the spotlight. He says encourage others to the spotlight.
Yeah.
But that's what you did. You said, this is my idea and such, but here's somebody who can actually help me realize it. Here's somebody who maybe's more even, met the requirements to do this job a little bit.
Passion, doesn't
yeah,
it? It shows that you're willing for other people to, pass them your hand or their hand to you and help you move forward as a group. And
right,
as Horizon, as a platform, we should be doing that anyway. And you're like the perfect ambassador for that, Burden. You know how much I respect you for the things you're doing here. And this edition is just.
It is.
No, I mean, I want to
beautiful.
see us succeed. I want to see us win. I want to see us create these different dynamics within each other. It's like there's no way in the world that he can't have success within my success. Like, why can't that happen? We don't have to hoard everything. No, we can be different and then still use our authenticities as different people to create something phenomenal. And that's what we're trying to do. I mean, and it just so happens he's a service member. So I already have an idea of what he's already been through. So we don't even have to, we can cut through the middleman and get right to the meat and potatoes of what we're trying to accomplish here. And,
Isn't it crazy how we just fall into these things? That's another thing. I'm always quoting Aaron, but he always says it should be easy. You two just met, and your marriage here is now easy, and you guys work really well together. You're a great team. Yeah. I mean, you guys are a great team.
Peas and carrots.
Yeah, no, seriously. It's beautiful.
Right?
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And Meta Coach, for you to give so much of yourself so freely, Burden too. I mean, you're both doing it. You guys are both such positive forces in here, giving off positive vibes all the time. If we had 10 of you, I mean, we would be in such a better place. So we appreciate you guys so much. If it's okay with you, while we're talking, I want to invite people to come and interact with us, because we wanted this to be kind of a, kind of a thing. So if there's somebody, MetaVoice, if you got something coming up, jump up, say what you got to say, and let's all be interactive together about this subject. Go ahead.
You are muted, Bud, as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
You'll never mute the voice. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Hi. Now we know each other, all of us. I've seen the growth that both of you have been doing, and the amount of people that you have been gathering, because you see this in a very similar way as I do, as a tool to be utilized to help people to grow and to get out there. And you can cut right through, like you said, you can cut straight through the middleman and get to the meat and potatoes and something like this. So I just wanted to, a quick shout out to both of you. Just congratulations on what you're doing. I just congratulations, and keep on doing it. And if you need any help, voice work or what, you know who to call. So
Definitely.
Shameless plug.
Sorry. I'm always in advertisement mode. But so keep doing what you're doing, and I'll think of another actual question at some point. I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
No worries.
Thanks, MetaVoice.
Matty Cakes down in the
Come on, Matty Cakes. Come on, Mini Cakes.
Oh, he's being a gentleman. Sturm.
Oh, Avora. Oh, he's letting Sturm go first. Go ahead. You don't have to do that every time, sweetie. It's okay. You don't have to do that every time. Go ahead,
The
Sturm.
arm will ache.
Sturm loves it. He loves it, but
My own intro music.
your intro, your own intro music.
So
Go
I
ahead,
want to ask
Sturm.
Meta Coach and Burden, what has been your biggest accomplishment and challenge in the metaverse?
Didn't see that coming.
Well, since you've been here longer, you want to go first?
I don't mind at all. Biggest accomplishment for me personally was getting military minded the service lounge accomplished. That was my biggest, I feel personally, was my biggest accomplishment because that was something I saw way before I even thought I would be sitting on this couch in Soapstone.
Ooh.
Like literally, I've never thought this would be anything that I would be doing within this space, but I knew that I wanted to create a presence for people like me within this in this space, and I wanted to help those that were maybe looking for reasoning, meaning, and definition in regards to who they are now outside of the military. And I wanted to create a space for them so they can always remember that, and always feel like they're attached to that. And I think that's what that military-minded service lounge does for these service members. I can't tell you guys how many people have walked through the memorial setting and sat there and cried for 30 minutes and talked to it. Or if they go to 13 folds, the ones that never understood what the folds meant in regards to the American flag, and now they have that understanding and how thrown back they are in regards to that. Or sisters and brothers that have military service members that are abroad right now, and they're talking to them through these corridors and things like that. That's the pinnacle for me personally, and I think that was the greatest thing to achieve. Cam Bam did everything in there. His daughter also scripted something within the world as well. She's phenomenal at what she does. I mean, yeah, that particular thing was for me my greatest accomplishment within this space. The second part was what would the hardest thing to accept, if it was?
Biggest challenge in the metaverse?
The biggest challenge. The biggest challenge is just still accepting that everybody doesn't share the same views that you share, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
That's still, that continues to be my Achilles heel because from a moral standpoint, you think everybody has the same fibers within them or at least taught the same things. And it's just a matter of applying those things. But once you start peeling back that onion, you start to realize, well, it's not the case. So then you have to adjust certain things that you do, or you have to be a certain way for certain people. And it's hard to deal with sometimes. But again, everybody is different. And again, everybody has different visions and different motives. So that portion of this experience, if anything, would be the one thing that I still have trouble with handling.
I'd say you're doing a good job with that because although it's more educating, isn't it? That's the reason why people are so ignorant. And the fact that, you've educated me, someone from the UK that doesn't understand the US military, how that works. And it's an eye-opener for me. Like, we do it different in the UK, completely different in the UK. But at the same time, we're all human, right? We still had guys go overseas. We've had guys be away from their families or not come back. We still share similarities. 100%. So 100%. I think you're opening eyes for a lot of people and you're changing mindsets for a lot for them to share that same, inspirational vision as yourself. So yeah, thank you, man.
Well, we're trying. We're definitely trying. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you're making a big splash. I mean, I hear about it all over. I mean, you guys are really making a difference. I appreciate you very much. Thanks for your question, Sturm.
Meta Coach, did you want to answer for Sturm?
Oh, sure, yes. I think at this point, my biggest accomplishment so far is getting the Discovery Center established. And the seed for the Discovery Center started right up there where the cakes are.
Oh, wow.
That's where it started.
Good cakes.
I was in here and with a friend of mine, and there was a guy that was back there, and he was just kind of trolling. And if you're in the military, you pick up certain nuances, and you could hear certain things. And there was just something about this guy. I said, this guy is either in the military or has been, but I could tell whatever it was, he was fresh in what he was doing. And I asked him, I said, "Are you in the military? Or are you a veteran?" He goes, "I'm active duty," and he says, "I'm deployed, and I'm bored."
Wow.
And so he was up there going about it, and he was trolling. So a friend of mine said, being a veteran, you need to establish a place for people like that who are feeling out of sorts, they're bored, and they need a place. So from the time we had that conversation, 3 weeks later, the center was built, organized, set up. We did
Amazing.
a grand
That's
opening.
great.
Burden was the MC for the grand opening, kicked it off, which was good. It gave me credibility in here because people didn't know me; they knew him. So it
Yeah.
established some credibility for me. And it's been slow getting veterans in there, but I'm optimistic because the ones and twosies and threesies that come in there are the people that need to be in there. So I'm feeling
Agreed.
very satisfied with what's taking place there. And one afternoon, because I pop in and out during the day just to be there and kind of populate the world, myself and Killer B were in there, and we were talking. And a lady walked in, and she said, "So this is a place for veterans?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And she goes, "Yeah, I'm a military mom, and I have a brother that's a veteran." So she walked around the center, and we have an information board that has all the websites and pertinent information. She broke down and cried. She sobbed
Oh, wow.
right there, and she says, "I had no idea there was a place in here in the metaverse for people like him." And she said, "I'm getting them a headset. I want them to come." And she just sat there and cried. And we just let her cry quietly. And when I said that makes this place so worthwhile, my biggest
Absolutely.
I think my biggest challenge has probably been patience,
Yeah.
and I'm working on that.
Oh, you're doing great. You're
Great
doing
job.
great.
Yeah.
Just your reels alone. I mean, you make me happy. I'm having a down day and I'm like, you know what? Coach is in a good mood. He's got something positive to say. I can be positive today. And I'm really appreciate it. I really do.
I love that you like
who-
those.
I do. I love them. Maddie, were you gonna
Maddie.
want to say something? No? Right, right.
I'm sorry, I was eating a four serving of a four-person serving of mac and cheese, man.
Good on you. Good on you, Matty.
I'm
Is it,
6 foot.
are you
No,
hiding your feelings, Maddie? Are you burying them in your macaroni?
No, dude, I'm 6'5". I gotta fill my legs
He
up.
needs
you know what I mean?
four. Yeah. He needs a 4-7.
I'm so hungry, man. I'm
I'm so
sorry.
hungry.
How are you doing, mate?
I'm always incredible. I appreciate you asking. May I address both people? Is it would that be
No,
acceptable?
no, that is not allowed. No.
This
I'm
is like
nicer
a
than
running-
Molly, Matty. You sure you can?
This is like a running gag with this show.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, I'll quote El Blanco. El Blanco, one time I came into a world and I was speaking to a random person, and I hear out of the corner of the room, I hear it, that's Matty Cakes. And I look over, and he comes over and shakes my hand. He says, "Man, I've been to so many podcasts that you've been to, and when you speak, I stop talking." Right? And I thought, wow, that's crazy. Why do you do that? He says, "You just drop gems." And I don't say this about too many people. Oh, my controllers are about to die. Holy moly. I don't say this about too many people. But when Meta Coach came here, I'm going to punch my son in the head if he moves my batteries. When Meta Coach came here,
He's gonna punch
okay,
his son in the head. Great, man.
when
Go
Meta
ahead.
Coach came here, I have to humble myself, and I have to say this is a guy who just exploded onto the scene. And the stuff that you say is beyond words. You've actually made me take a step back 4 times now and reevaluate how my thought process. And I thought, wow, this guy is absolutely incredible. And I don't actually have a question for you. I just wanted to let you know that your effect that you have on people, it looks in my controllers now, is absolutely profound, my friend. And as a member of Honor Amongst Men, which, although I can never make the meetings because I have to work at midnight on that day, I'm very happy to hear that you've taken taken that under your fold as well, and the people deserve that. They deserve your caliber, because you're a phenomenal human being. Secondly, for Burden, boy, I've waited a long time for this one. I've been to so many of your shows and asked people questions. Now it's time to ask you. And I've been at your shows waiting on that cue dais for like, Burden. You're an absolutely awesome dude. We connected immediately the moment we met. I have been by your side ever since, and for you as a host, okay, and I've defended you many times, and we know the situations. I've defended you many times, and I said he's the host of the show. He must have neutrality. He must control the flow of the show. He cannot be biased. You know what I mean? And what for you, okay? What is the hardest part for you having to stay? You know, you may be in your feelings sometimes, and you did. There was one time where you really opened up, and it was powerful. What is the hardest part about having to keep that sense of neutrality, even though you may be in your feelings and you can't let that surface?
Great question.
The hardest part of keeping that neutrality. What's the hardest part? I don't think it's hard anymore. Honestly, it hasn't. It's not hard anymore because, I consciously tell myself I know what I'm trying to create, amongst everybody within the crowd who's watching. I understand that at all times. I understand that it's a live show. At all times, I'm understanding that I have to protect my guests. You know what I'm saying, and things like that. So it's a constant. It's like something going off in my brain like consistently all the time, and I challenge myself to always try to be different and try my best not to do what's expected, if you will, and things like that, and try to be that person to not to be driven by emotions alone, because if everybody else is in the crowd already driven emotionally, I do nothing but add to the fire instead of being a deterrent.
Yeah,
exactly. So I always try to be that, regardless of what the situation is, how I'm being viewed, who may be viewing me in that manner. It doesn't bother me anymore because I know who I am. And once you understand who you are as a person, not too many things shift you or it drive you off your square. So I think the most part people know me within this space now. I'm very passion driven and things like that. And it's not that hard anymore because I know who I am as a person. So I can just be my authentic self, and when it's needed, I can give my opinion and people respect it and understanding where it's coming from.
That was a good answer. I like that.
And special shout out to the collaboration with you guys and Frosty Redneck of the Soapstone too. Like,
definitely.
Want to make you guys are doing great. Thank you for
trying to get him in here. I'm not having luck getting him in here. No, Frosty's online. I haven't been able to get him in here either. So I don't know what's going on.
And
thank you, Maddie Cakes.
That was an interesting collaboration with Frosty because he popped into the world and saw the Discovery Center, and he had told me that he has been trying for 8 months to try and pull something like this together. And he walked in and he said, "Hey, it's already here. This is what I was looking for. It's already here." And it was like an instant synergy took off, in our conversations and our thoughts, and and he's come on board, and he's one of the drivers behind the Memorial Day focus, and he's also joined us on Honor Amongst Men. So he's jumped right in.
Yeah. No, he's a good guy. I like Frosty a lot.
Very good guy.
Yeah. So I'm sorry he's not able to get in here. I don't know what's going on. You never know with this Horizon world.
You never know. Could be an
Send
update.
him an invite, so maybe that'll work.
Maybe somebody else sending it to him. Okay. Does anyone else have a question or a comment? Aurora, did you want to say something, or are you just hanging out down there? You're good. You're good. Jen? Oh, Jen. I'm sorry, Jen. Turn your mic on, girl.
Unmute your mic, Jen.
Everybody.
Hey,
how How you
Hey.
doing?
They're cutting. Yeah, they're cutting trees outside the house. So if I run out of here, you know why. But I just want to give some flowers to my friend. I can call you guys my friend. MetaCoach,
Yeah.
I am so supportive of what you're doing. I've seen with my own eyes the work, the changes you're making in people's lives. Burden, 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 Burden. Oh my God, you are such a real person. We connected on your deck. I love your house. The only thing I have a problem with you is you don't have food. You need to
We
have
need
some
food.
in your
We
house.
need real food.
Yeah, you got to eat before you get there.
Maddie needs to roll up with some of that macaroni and cheese. Made me hungry too.
Right.
He's got a great
But I
Papa Pond
appreciate-
table, no food.
Yeah.
I appreciate your guys' conversations. We have conversations with each other. They're very meaningful for me. I see the work that you guys doing. I'm very fortunate to be around military people because my son has been military down since he was 4 years old. So I know that's his path. And so I'm able to ask these guys questions and I feel at ease. I know that, I'm eventually going to get him in here because I need him to be surrounded with these like-minded individuals that will make sure that he's going on the right path. So I just want to say thank you, and I'm proud to call you guys my friends. So good luck
That's
to you guys.
awesome, Jen. That's
You
awesome.
too, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate
So
it.
great, so great.
Oh,
How is it you guys are going to get your information out about your? Are you already getting a big turnout? Because I mean, this is so important. You being able to offer these young men a place to express, their feelings, get their anger out and stuff, and realize they're not alone. Do you have an advertising campaign that you're working on for that, or?
That's next in the hopper. We're working on that. Things are happening so quick. We're trying to catch up with it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's a good problem to have, right? That's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most of the marketing and communication that we've been doing has been through Instagram and things like that. He's created a Discord now as well in
Cool.
regards to the Memorial Day thing like that. But again, I'm a little bit I'm a little bit more selfish, or not really selfish. I don't think it's the word, but I'm like, he'll send invites and things like that out to people in certain situations. I'm more of a, oh man, forget all that. If you got to send an invite, they don't want to be here. So like it's just it's a give and take sometimes.
Now, Burden, I can bring up where I had to send you an invite. So all I'm saying is,
No,
people are busy.
that.
They're busy.
And so that's what he tells me, and I have to remember that. But like when Honor Amongst Men comes on, I'm like, man, why are we sending out invites? If they want to be here, they'll be here. So I mean, but yeah, that's the battle me and this guy go through a lot. But I have to start remembering myself.
People have to get used to the pattern. You know what I mean? Once they've got, just think about when you see a brand new TV show. We've all done this where, I forgot it was on. I wanted to watch that. I mean, we don't worry about that so much now. We can record, but remember, you had to get it in your head to remember that it was on that day. It's the same kind of thing, They like I have people tell me all the time they wanted to be here, like for your show. I guarantee you, 10 people are going to tell me that they wanted to be here and forgot to be here
they
today.
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And I think
just going to be
your biggest your biggest advantage is word of mouth anyway. People are going to spread it like wildfire. I had a great experience with so and so, and then they're like, "Oh, I want to check it out." That's your invite, and that's going to continue to be your invite. So I get where you're coming from. If you feel that you have to send them the invite, do they really want to be there?
Right.
Probably, yes.
Right.
9 times out of 10, they're coming to you anyway. So yeah,
Definitely,
keep it up, man.
definitely,
Keep it up.
definitely.
All right, yes.
So, Burden, I haven't officially met you or knew anything about you.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely looking forward to seeing what you got going on.
Thank you.
MetaCoach, when I first met him, I had popped over to the Discovery Center and nobody was there. And I was looking around and it was, there was a sign that said, spouses and military veterans. And I'm like, I was thinking he should have something for the dependents of the former dependents of that. And then he pops in. He just just came in, and so I told him, I was like, you know, I'm a dependent of a military veteran, and I told him a little bit, and it was like he said that's one thing we want to incorporate, and that just set off a whole beginning journey between MetaCoach and I, and he's actually inspired me to look further into life as a dependent, good, bad, and indifferent. And I'm looking forward to doing whatever I can do
It's awesome,
to help out that,
Aurora.
because there's a lot of us out there that just, honestly, we get overlooked.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do. We get overlooked. We are just part of the luggage that travels from, base to base and deployment and all that stuff. That's how I look at it, But then meeting you, and it's like, finally, somebody can recognize the stuff that we've gone through, and that traveling and meeting and not having long-term friendships because you're not stationed there for too long. So, thank you for coming to my life. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see what you guys got going on.
Awesome. Thanks, Aurora. That's great.
Wow.
That's awesome. Terrific. You got something, Aaron? Come on up.
Can I talk?
You can. You can. You want my chair? I can give it up. They're trying to fire me anyway.
Not. Absolutely.
You've been really invited anyway, Aaron, so you can take a chair. It's okay with Terminator anyway. He's my co-host today. Cheers, Alan.
Man, oh man. I'm coming into this short season in my life, the next 2 weeks, where I'm taking some R&R. I'm going on vacation.
Awesome.
My wife and I are going to go spend some time together, and like this morning I've really been thinking about, okay, what is this about? What is this vacation time about? And it's about appreciation. It's a time that I'm going to be able to reflect and appreciate on where we are and how great this all is. And this right here just exemplifies what I'm grateful for in here. Lolly, Trainer, to see you two in your lane, crushing it as hosts, and making this experience so great. Burden, man, every time our orbits cross here in the metaverse, you are the exact same guy. You are as consistent and as genuine as they come. And MetaCoach, you're probably fine too. So, MetaCoach already, I can hear the greatness within you. I can see the greatness within you. And there's a couple things that make my ears perk up here in the metaverse, because these are the things that separate people from a consumer to a creator, from somebody who's here to watch to a contributor. These are the things. And one of those is helping people find their lane. Man, when you were talking with Avora, who's taking a nap now, oh, there she is. When you were talking to Avora and how you coached her into finding that unique thing about her life and her position, and to lean into that and to learn about that, and then find a way to benefit other people, that right there, I mean, that's where it's at. Right there, that's where it's at. If we can all just do that one thing, find people around us and encourage them into their spotlight. Oh, yes. I love it. I got goosebumps right now.
And you know what, Aaron? The thing about that is, when people hear you say encourage them in the spotlight, you might think, oh, you mean that there's time that they get to just be up on the stage or whatever. I'm not so sure that's even what you mean. But what it means to me now is to a point where you are feeling confident enough that you can take your energy and spread it for other people. Because once you do that, it gives you such a feeling. I mean, I know you guys have it. That feeling we get that we're making, I don't care how small a difference, we're making a damn difference, a little difference, but it feels so good. So I think that's what you mean.
You're right, Lolly. It's when I say encourage people towards the spotlight, it may very well be getting on stage for the first time and performing, but there's a whole world of things that it could mean in addition to
that you can use that spotlight for, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. And Meta, just to tie a ribbon on it, the other thing that my ears perk up when I hear is when people talk about making an experience accessible to people in here. You know, grabbing an experience and making it accessible where it might not be. And the thing that I just went, ooh, they got it. This collaboration between Meta and Burden of Proof. When you talk about men, especially, and trying to harness those relationships where there's the trust, there's the respect, there's the appreciation, where they can be kinship, you know, brothers, they can connect in ways that are really, really hard for men to connect in. When you talk about creating the environment to make that accessible, man, I'm all in. You know, whatever I can do to support you guys, to help you guys, let me know, because that right there is something that we need. So
that is
thank you.
fabulous. So fabulous. So great. Thanks, Aaron, so much. That is wonderful. Were you going to say something, Meta? You came running down here. Oh, you're just going to hit the thing. Does anyone else have a comment they want to make?
Manny, I think.
Are you coming back?
Yeah, this isn't for you guys. This is actually about production. What's this guy's name up here? Presto Digitator?
He is training. He is training.
Is he a training?
Yeah.
Dude, your timing with the sounds are you're probably the best trainee I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, that's because he's got Elma, the queen trainer, up there. Yeah, Elma's our training producer. If you don't know, she's in charge of organizing all the training in the Soapstone, and man, that's a big job. So we love you, Elma, and yeah, I agree, Preston. Except for that part where you guys introduced Sturm, that was not good. Not good. Not good.
That was your best part.
Best part. I agree. See, I agree. The guest is always right, Lolly. The guest is always right. What am I?
Oh gosh. All right. Who else has a comment or a question? Come on up, guys. Feel free. Really, this is our time. Let's pick these guys' brains or tell them what you think about what they're doing. Or Good Soldier, you have anything to contribute? Okay, MetaVoice, come on back up. Come
on. Oh, I'm not muted. Hi.
Hi.
So my question to the both of you is, where do you see what you're doing, you know, in the next 2 years outside of the platform?
Ooh, good question.
Well, I don't even know if I've thought that far, but
we have to think about taking it out of the platform to release it to the world, right?
You know, and I think it would be awesome if what we're doing, especially with Honor Amongst Men, to be able to bring that out to a larger platform. Because we know that as men, we don't talk a lot about who we are, what we do, you know, and we always want to present that foot forward. I got it together. Even though I'm crumbling inside, my exterior is saying, hey, I got it together. And then you hear about somebody going off the deep end and you go, they seem so together. Don't they had their act together? And so with that mindset of in here, finding those people where they can actually just say, hey, I'm hurting inside, but I feel safe telling you guys that. You know, I feel that there's a comfort in here.
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Yes.
I was just a second part to it. It's kind of an idea. You know, right now there are a lot of therapy groups and even classrooms that use VR as a way to come together and be able to do things that they do in real life. Right. Would you probably reach out to real groups that are trying to do that and get them to come to your platform and be able to suggest to other groups that are doing the same thing in real life? Be like, hey, on this platform here, if you invest in this, because they have to get the goggles or whatever, it's a great chance for you to build a broader base, right? If that makes sense.
I could even add on to that just a little bit. Here's one thing you could do. You could reach out to the real life group and say, y'all must know people that are in a position where they can't attend the real life group. Correct. Maybe you could recommend that we have this virtual reality group, for maybe those that are disabled or something and don't feel comfortable going, maybe encourage them. So use them to pass the information out there in the real world somehow.
Correct.
I mean, could be helpful, right? Maybe. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I had. I thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, MetaVoice.
Appreciate your question there.
Well, Gentlemen, I'll let you guys make any closing thoughts if you have any, because we are about at the end of the show.
Okay. I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and I appreciate my partner over here because I think that we've found a niche that we can work within, and I think we collaborate well, and I hope that we continue to build up on that because I think that what we want to do in here is make this a better place for people, a place where when people come in, they feel welcome, but they feel that there's a place to get what I need. And I think when people come in and they can get their needs met, the platform can grow. And so this is just our little piece of the puzzle that we're trying to provide in this environment.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Burden, anything you want to say?
I don't know if I can sum it up any better than what he just did. I just want to say, again, just thank you for the invite. Appreciate the platform and allowing us to spread the word in regard to what we're trying to create within this space. And just look forward to the future in regards to how we can create better change in here. And always, I want to just say, unemployed alcoholic, I just want to say appreciate him as well.
Oh, we do, don't we? We really do.
I definitely want to say thank you. He was a guest on the show very early on and things like that. And somehow this bond he and I created within that space was everything. And I appreciate him, and I continue to see what he's been doing within his platform as well. And it just gives me motivation and keeps me pushing to try to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish within the lanes that I've chosen to partake in. Again, with MetaCoach, everything happens for a reason. For whatever reason, he and I met up and have started on this journey of enlightening more people in regards to what military service members, spouses, and abroad go through. And it's exciting. It's definitely exciting to independence as well, because you're not just luggage, ma'am, at all.
That's right.
And I really want to emphasize that because, like you said, a lot of people do feel that way. But if not for what you did in the rear, your husband would not have been able to have a clear mind to do what he did when he was within every sector he was a part of. So understand that you were much more than just luggage passing through the conveyor belt or through customs or something like that. You had just as integral part to play as he did. So I appreciate that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you guys. I appreciate the platform and just look forward to more change out here.
Yes. Well, this is how it's going to happen. This is how it happens. Because of people like you guys, because of people like Aaron, and I know Trainer Cal, you are really making a lot of changes in your pub to follow that really positive way of doing things. I mean, not that you guys haven't always been positive, but I know you're doing extra. No, I know you're doing an extra now for the people that work there and all your patrons and stuff. So it's infectious. It's the more people we have with this mentality, because it feels good. I mean, it feels good to be part of this type of group. I love it. It's amazing. So thank all of you for being here. We appreciate you guys so much for always being here. And thank you guys up there. Digital, I know it's digital. It's not your fault. We'll talk. Alma, I'll talk to you later.
HR, you can come to me at any time, Alma. I've got you.
Thank you guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. We're done.